I am Julio Ramirez, professor of structural engineering in the Lyell School of Civil Engineering at Purdue University. I am the Karl H. Kettelhut professor in civil engineering. When trying to assess the risk for a given community associated with earthquakes, there are two important components. One is the hazard, the earthquake. How frequent do they occur? How strong can they be? And the other one, very important, is the exposure. And that is given by the type of inventory of structures in that area. The age, the quality, the type of structures, and what we see is as one of those two or both combined become more significant, higher ground motions, not so well protected number of buildings, the risk goes up. We should not try to ascribe the reason for the fact that a natural event, earthquake, became a social disaster on one factor. It's usually multiple factors that lead to that natural event becoming a disaster. And the question is, what are those factors and what can we do with regards to those factors? I'm a structural engineer, so obviously I'm focused on the structural performance. But I'm cautioning that just looking at the structural performance is not necessarily going to increase the resilience of that community against future earthquakes. I think that the knowledge and the support from the government here in the United States is going to help our communities. The question is the transference of that knowledge to other parts of the world. And here's where we also need to be very mindful that just because we look alike, we have two legs and a head and two arms and two eyes, that we don't necessarily as societies function with the same priorities and needs. And so the question becomes, if you ask me with respect to Turkey, I would say we need to be very conscious and aware that we can't just naturally implement what we know about what we can do with those types of structures in the United States, but the question becomes, how can they be implemented in the specific society we're talking about, Turkey?